Hello, ladies that are jumping on. Sorry, I am behind. I got everything out here. I chose to do it outside today, so there's no background music at the moment. Bear with me just a moment. Hello, ladies. No, cancel. What are we doing? Hello, Jenny. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Faith. Sorry, bear with me. I'm just trying to get my phone to prop up so we can get this started. I'm already running late. As soon as I find something to help me here. Oh, my Atlanta. This is working so terribly in my favor. Alright. Can everybody hear me alright? Move some things out of my way real quick. Cauldron. Notes. That's it. Okay, awesome. I will get started. Sorry. Like I said, I decided to do this one outside this time. It's been nice enough to do things. So, welcome to the Cernunnos Prosperity Bowl for Abundance and Well-Being. I did not post up all the ingredients. I've been a little behind. So for this, I will be using my patchouli incense to light in the air. Patchouli is one of the herbal associations with Cernunnos. It's a great one to use to try to, when you're trying to invoke him. I'm just gonna light my incense real quick, or at least try to. It's a little windy. So, for this we will need bay leaves to write your intentions on, cauldron, or another fire safe bowl if you have one. I'm using this one to prop up my phone. Fresh water, which I have a stream that I'm gonna go grab fresh water at the end of this for mine, so I'm sorry that I did not have it. I had a jug and I think my father might have accidentally dumped it. Cinnamon. I use cinnamon sticks versus regular cinnamon. Cloves. Lavender. Chamomile. Some marigold. My animal representation, some mint. I'm using a yellow candle, and I will go over each stone as I do it, but here are the stones that I will be using in this. I will also, like I said, pull it up as I go. Before I dive directly into, and this is the bowl that I will be using for this. There is a significant reason why it is white. So, before we start building this bowl, I just want to give you guys a little bit of backstory. Cernunnos is, across the globe, known as, the god of animals in the forest, fertility and vegetation, power and blessing, life, death and rebirth, nature and fertility. His symbols and association would be torques, antlers, horns, a serpent with a ram's with ram horns, stags, boar, and other wild animals that dwell within the forest. When building this bowl, I went through to find the spiritual context of what abundance means, which is an appreciation of life in its fullest, joy and strength of mind, body, and soul, cultivation of respect for the creative energy of the universe, a state where nothing is lacking and so complete that nothing can diminish it. Herbs that are associated with healing and well-being are apples, cinnamon, eucalyptus, horehound, geranium, marigold, onion, sorrelwood, spearmint, and willow. Herbs associated with prosperity and abundance is basil, mint, cinnamon, patchouli, chamomile, ginger, lavender, rosemary, allspice, jade, jasmine, calendula, nutmeg, thyme, alfalfa, bamboo, clove, fern, nettle, Irish moss, Chinese money plant, bay leaves, honeysuckle, and dill. Some of the when it comes to candle choices for the prosperity, abundance, and well-being bowl that I am creating, there's 4 color choices. Green, because the green candle is a symbol for material growth, good luck, and abundance, fertility, and grounding. Gold for fame and fortune, abundance, power, and success. Yellow for promotes intellect, mental clarity, knowledge, manifestations. And white for any spells, replace any other candle, meditation, heal, and protect. For this, I chose a yellow candle. And I'm going to see if you can see it. I don't know if you can. But on this candle, I also carved an antler. Well, 2 antlers. The first one looks a little wonky. I don't know. I'll see if I can get a picture so you guys can see it better. But I carved an antler on the candle because I'm invoking Cernunnos, and that is one of his symbols. So I already have it pre-carved. Sorry, I apologize. When it comes to picking your candle and your bowl for the prosperity bowl for Cernunnos, it is best to choose a color that is represented within prosperity, abundance, well-being, all wrapped into one, which is why I came up with the color choices of green, gold, white, and yellow. This time around, I chose a white bowl, mostly because I didn't have a green one and I couldn't find a green one when I needed to. So, to get started, I'm going to take my patchouli. I'm going to cleanse myself. And then I'm going to cleanse my bowl that I'm going to do. I'm going to cleanse each and every one of the items that I'm planning on using. I missed one. Now, after I cleanse everything, we will begin to add 1 herb at a time into this bowl. My First ingredient I'm choosing to use is mint. When you pull out your ingredient, you want, I probably should have had something more to work with. You want to feel it in your hands. You want to set the intention. Really feel the intention as you're building your bowl. Feel each and every one of your ingredients, your stones, whichever one or whatever one you're doing first. You want to feel it between your hands. You want to set the intention. You want them to know what your intent is. The next thing that I'm going to add is going to be my marigold. I guess I should have went over why I chose mint. I apologize. I have it written down somewhere. On this delightful thing of mine. Mint. Mint helps with energy, communication, vitality, healing, wealth, prosperity. Draw good spirits to assist in your magic. That is why I chose mint. Marigold attracts respect and admiration, good luck, love, protection, and prophetic dreams. So as I'm putting them in here, I'm feeling them. I'm feeling how they are, and I'm putting my intention in between. Now the sun's going down. It's getting chilly. The next up I have is gonna be my chamomile. As I've shown you before, I will show you again. Here is my chamomile. I chose chamomile because it is a love, healing, reducing stress, removes hexes, curses and spells, luck, distressing, meditation, and restful sleep. And because I am trying to heal and help those in my home heal, I thought this was one of the better ingredients to add into my wellness bowl. Because I want to do it what's going to benefit me and my family. After adding that, my next step is going to be my lavender. Oh my. Lavender is good for love, protection, healing, sleep, purification, and peace. Lavender is one of my more favorite ingredients. So I'm gonna pull my phone out over a little bit before we go into more ingredients, and I want to show you. This is the start of the prosperity bowl that we are building. The next one on my list that I'm going to add is going to be, yes, I agree with that, Kelly. Lavender goes a long way, and you don't need a lot. The next thing I'm going to add is my sage. Now, I usually have fresh sage on hand, but we've been cooking a lot lately, and I do not have that right now. So I'm gonna just use the ground this time around. Still do it the same way as you would with any other herb. just a little messier. And I'm going to sprinkle that in. Now, I'm also going to add a little bit more that didn't go on my hand, just because it got my intentions. It knows what I want. It knows what I'm feeling, what I'm vibing with, if you will. Sage is one of Cernunnos' herbs, but it also is an herb for prosperity and well-being and abundance as well. So it kind of actually tied in perfectly for this specific bowl. It's for self-purification, dealing with grief and loss, improve mental ability, bring wisdom, promote spiritual, mental, and emotional health and longevity, and removes negative energies. The next one on my list of items to add, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep the ones that I did on one side and the ones I didn't do on the other side, so I stopped grabbing for the wrong ones. The next one I have is going to be clove. And if you bear with me a second, cloves are great for love, money, protection, gain what is sought, purify and raise spiritual vibrations, sense of kinship, mental clarity, cleanse your aura, attract riches, stop gossip, banish hostile and negative forces, exorcisms. So I'm going to add a little bit of clove to my bowl. Want to really bring that in. I'm really hating this wind right now. Not a problem, Renee. Nice to see that you're here. Hello, Haley. The replay is always there. Apparently I grabbed the one that's not open, so I'm going to open this one. The next thing I'm going to use is my cinnamon sticks. Like I said, I rather use the sticks than to use the powder. It just makes more sense to me to use the sticks. I'm using 3 for the representation of birth, death, rebirth. The 3 things that Cernunnos is known for. Cinnamon also happens to be one herb that he's also associated with. Cinnamon is great for spirituality, success, healing, protection, power, love, luck, strength, and prosperity. Gonna just line this up inside my bowl. Sorry, I'm a mess. I feel like I'm missing something as well. I am also missing one of my ingredients. If you guys would like to take a short walk with me for a second, I can grab that ingredient. I need pine needles. And what better place to get pine needles than from my perfectly plump pine tree? Got 'em. Great part about living in the country. So that leaves me on to the next ingredient, which is pine. So, pine is also associated with Cernunnos. It's one of his herbal associations. Pine promotes clean breaks, new beginnings, prosperity, success, strength, grounding, and growth. Yeah, it makes things a little bit easier. Definitely when I'm in a pinch like today, I thought I had everything ready, and I definitely did not. It also is great for grounding and growth, used for cleansing, purification, and repelling negativity. I'm gonna add that into our bowl here. And then I think it's the last one, right? Yes. The last one out of the herb ingredients. I have, now, usually I make them myself, but I have apple crisps this time around. I forgot to dehydrate my apples beforehand, so I'm using already dried ingredients. Makes the same, it works the same, works for me. I'm adding apple because it is for love, garden magic, immortality, friendship, healing, honor of the gods and goddesses of fertility, and the soul. So we'll just place them in there, nice and pretty. Hello, Sherry. I want to show you, this is what we got thus far. That is all of our herbs. The next thing we're going to add, and this is where I will show you one at a time. I'm going to add in an amethyst for... It's beneficial to the mind, clearing negativity and confusion, balancing and promoting emotional centering, helps with decision making, negotiation skills, wealth, business success, moving forward in life, dealing with responsibility and change, and public speaking. Enhances your spiritual awareness. Oh, you're fine, Sherry. I was running late, too. I forgot that I said 6:30, and it was almost 7 o'clock when I realized that I was a half hour late for my own live. You're good. It also creates a spiritual connection, awakens higher consciousness, assists in clear-headed decision-making, helps with meditation and intuition, boosts psychic abilities, intuition and mental understanding, stimulates the third eye chakra, crown chakra, promotes the love of the divine, dispels anger, violent tendencies, and OCD, calms oversensitivity and tension and grief. So I chose this as one of my stones for this prosperity bowl. I'm gonna try to set it where I can see it. The next one I chose is these are just all the ones that I wrote down, is going to be Adventurine. And I have my notes on Adventurine. There it is. Good for prosperity, diffuse negative emotions, reinforcing leadership, compassion, perseverance, self-love, emotional healing, aids in seeing alternatives and possibilities, calms anger and irritation, great for well-being, balancing energy, grounding, stability, associated with the heart chakra, growth, change, optimism, creativity, confidence, motivation, soothing and nurturing energy. We are going to place that bad boy right there. The next one on my list is my bloodstone. And this is why I wanted to show you guys them one at a time instead of in a bunch. This is my bloodstone. Bloodstone is good for courage, creativity, vitality, grounding, protection, keep out of undesirable influences, emotional calming, centering, brings spirituality into everyday life, remove energy blockages and negative energy, stress, aggression, grounding the heart energy, reducing irritability and impatience, promotes balance, gets rid of toxins associated with the heart chakra, cleanses and realigns the lower chakras, well-being, and peaceful sleep. It's an all-around great stone. The next stone of choice is the malachite. I chose my little mushroom malachite. I love this thing. Look at that. Look at the beauty behind that. It's so pretty. Sorry. This is the stone of transformation, joy, absorb negative energies, clearing electromagnetic smog, beneficial for shyness, transformation, and inhibitions, protection, healing, deeper feelings, express emotions, relieves mental disturbances, encourages introspection, break unwanted patterns of behavior, understand other people's emotions, bring balance. It's associated with the heart, root, and solar plexus chakras, and the sacral chakra as well. I also figured that this would be a perfect one, as it is a mushroom and kind of resembles nature, in my opinion. And it is one of the crystals that are associated with Cernunnos. Another one that was associated with Cernunnos was the amethyst and the aventurine, because all green stones are associated with Cernunnos. Color green, that's his color. Resembles the forest, where he's typically at. I think I should soon turn on the light. I apologize. I should use this. And the last one that's great for the this bowl that I had chose is the clear quartz. This is one of my many. This one is actually the clearest one I have. You can see right through it perfectly. It is a beautiful clear quartz. As everyone knows, clear quartz is an amplifier. It amplifies everything. That is one of the reasons I have chosen this stone, to amplify everything in this bowl. Everything that we just created together. Isn't it beautiful? I wish you could really see that. But you can see right through it. It is absolutely stunning. I got lucky with this one. But another thing that clear quartz is good for, it's a master healer. Balancing, positivity. I'm a little stuffy, so I apologize. It does look like ice, Renette, but it's not. Definitely stone. It clears negativity, brings mental and emotional clarity and focus. It's a deep soul cleanser. It connects the physical connection to the mind, attunes the spiritual purpose, enhances metaphysical abilities, treats areas of blockage or weakness in your physical body or aura, powerful healing and energy amplifier, invigorate and energize the mind and body, associated with the root chakra, you know what, it's associated with all of the chakras. I'll be honest, it harmonizes all the chakras, is what it does. But it's also going to amplify everything in this bowl. So that is the other reason I have chosen that. Before we get any further, because we are getting down to the the end of this bowl. Is there any questions for me so far? I'll give it a minute or two. No questions thus far? Okay, I am sorry. I wanted to get this done beforehand. I need to write my intentions down. Bear with me 1 second. One more. Okay. Oh, thanks. I love this area. Actually, directly back here, over here, actually, where I'm pointing, there, up in that tree back there, there's a squirrel's nest that used to be a bird's nest. I didn't know that was a thing. But back there is where we get, we have squirrels nesting, and all along back there we tend to get birds over to the side, and we have a crane that shows up to our property as well. It's really peaceful sitting outside, so I thought you guys would enjoy this surrounding for tonight. If you give me 1 second before we proceed, I want to turn the outside light on so that you guys can continue to see me. Wrong one. Let there be light. So, now that we have our herbs and our crystals, the next thing you are to do is to write your intentions on a bay leaf. They are beautiful birds. I absolutely love them. Ours is a white one. It's mostly white with some gray on its head and a little bit on its feather, like the edges of its feathers. Thing stands to about here. It's pretty massive. What you're going to do is you're going to take your bay leaf. You're going to write your intentions. Now, I have 4 intentions, so I chose 4 bay leaves. You're going to take your candle, and since I am doing it with you guys, I'm going to show you. We are going to do our best to make this candle from moving, so bear with me. You know what? Better. Oh, that's a pretty name. You know, I should start giving my birds names. I have this one hawk. I know it's the same hawk because it has part of its wing right, like, closer to its body. Part of its wing is broken, like it's missing. Flies around every time I'm outside. I always see it. I have not came up with a name for it, but I think I should. So now we're going to light the candle. We already have our intentions set. I'm going to move the paper to the opposite side so that it doesn't catch fire. And this is what we have. This is the full bowl. I don't know if I can get a decent picture of it, but I'm going to try. At some point here. So we're going to light our candle. The next thing we're going to do is take each bay leaf one at a time. This is why I said a fire-safe bowl if you do not have a cauldron. And you're going to take and light your bay leaf on fire to burn that intention. I personally believe if you are doing this inside, make sure you have great ventilation, as there, doesn't it though? As it can cause hallucinations from the smoke of the bay leaf. And then you're going to just drop it in your cauldron. And you're going to repeat that with each one of your leaves. I think doing this outside, my candle might burn faster this time around. That's beautiful. Then, once you make it through each of your... Trying not to burn my hand. Ooh, look at that. I love playing with fire. I should really stop playing with fire. You're gonna then allow your candle to burn all the way down. Once your candle is at the end and all the way burnt down, you're gonna then take this bowl of yours into the left corner of your home. The left corner of the home is considered the feng shui corner, your money corner of the house, according to the Chinese lore. It is the money corner, your prosperity corner, the corner that you need. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your animal representation. Once the candle is burnt down, you're going to take your animal representation and you're going to place it into your bowl. Me, I don't want my thing to get burnt. You can put it in earlier if you would like. I just don't want my skeletons to get burnt. Very, very particular on my things, unless I'm purposely burning the bones to read them. I don't want them to get ruined. And then you're also going to have a bowl of fresh water. Like I said, I know it's getting dark out here. I don't want to take y'all down to the stream with me, so I will just promise you I will take a picture after it's all done of my fresh water in the bowl, how the animal's supposed to be, and how the bowl looks at the end of this. I will also make sure that I give you guys all of my notes because I realized that I forgot to give you the ingredients ahead of time. Yes, you can use an antler. Antler, animal bone, any type of animal bone, skull, teeth. You can use teeth. Just whatever part you know is a part of an animal, you can use any of it. Fur, a rabbit's foot. Trying to think of all my animal things. Snake skin. If you have snake skin, you can use snake skin. Whatever is comfortable to you, whatever animal representation you have on hand. If I didn't have another skull on hand, I would have used the pig bones that I have. They may not be from a wild pig, but they're from an animal, and to me, that's still an animal representation. So, ultimately, it's all up to you on which animal representation you choose to use. And then, like I said, at the end of this, you're going to put this into the left-hand corner of your house, and you're going to let it do the work that you programmed it to do. And don't be afraid to add to it. So, like, if my intentions were on money for this bowl, which they aren't, I think it's a little too windy. My candle doesn't want to stay lit. No, and that's a perfect question, Sherry. Actually, antlers are one of his association, one of the symbols that you can use to associate with him. You guys couldn't really see on my candle, but I carved antlers on the candle. Oh, that's really cool, Jenny. Never did I ever come across something like that, so that's really neat. That's cool. But yeah, antlers are associated with Cernunnos. I guess, since I didn't really go over it, I do want to hit these points real quick with you guys. Herbs that are associated with Cernunnos are cedar, pine, other aromatic woodsy smells, patchouli, garden sage, and cinnamon. Crystals that are associated with him are amethyst, azurite, all green stones, onyx, fossilized matter like jet and petrified wood, clear quartz, and gold. Offerings. This is why I said to have a fresh bowl of water. This is actually where I'm going to talk about this. Offerings to Cernunnos. Fresh fruits, grains or seeds, fresh water, honey, wine, mead, beer, cakes, breads, animals, wilderness items. So you can just, like with me, I'm surrounded by nothing but trees and the forest and all sorts of things. I can go where I just went to get some pine needles and find some cool sticks that were out here, and I thought they were really neat, and I can use them as a offering to Cernunnos. This time around, because it is spring, it is life, we're trying to go, well, it's not spring yet, but we're getting ready to go into spring. I felt the best thing that I wanted to represent him with is fresh water, because I have a stream, creek, however you want to put it, that runs from the mountain all the way down into my property and follows my property line all the way out. I thought that fresh water was a perfect connection for me to use as an offering to him, because it runs straight from the mountain, so I'm connected straight with the forest, which ultimately makes me connected to him in some way, shape, or form, if you think about it. I will be collecting some of this after this live. What you're going to do after this goes, you're going to put it into the left-hand corner of your house. Going to add your animal representation. It makes it really nice, especially when I'm in a pinch and I need something. Fresh water's right there. We live off of that water. It's spring water. It's easy to drink. It's not going to harm you. So it's definitely nice to have nearby. But you're going to take this bowl. You're going to put it into the left-hand corner of your house. I will take pictures afterwards so that you guys can see where I place mine and how I place mine. I'm going to put this animal representation in my bowl to symbolize Cernunnos himself, to bring him to me. And then I'm going to add my bowl of fresh water beside my prosperity bowl, because this is my offering to him. This is I'm invoking him. I'm asking him for help. I'm asking him to see this through. And it's only fair, if I'm asking all of these things, to give him something in return. So I'm going to keep a bowl of fresh water next to my prosperity bowl in honor of him. And that is why I chose, why I said that we needed fresh water. Some signs that Cernunnos is calling to you: feeling drawn to the forest or wild animals, compelled to spend more time in nature, develop a deeper connection to nature, appearance of stags or serpents in your dreams, heightened sex drive, god of fertility, iconography, spotting or repeated references of him. I did talk about what he's considered across the globe and his symbols and associations. Is there any questions that you guys have for me? And I hope I didn't go too fast. Cernunnos, the horned god of Celtic lore. Good, I'm glad I could give you some more insight to him. He recently was a calling to me, and I started to work with him, and I thought this would be the perfect time to really get his help, because he is a very gentle god. And why not a prosperity bowl in his honor to get help, because it's going to help us, and it's going to ask, and you're asking him for help. Kelly, this was perfectly paced. Lots of great information. Awesome. Thank you, thank you. That's great feedback. I love the feedback, ladies. I love hearing what I could have done better and what I could have done, or if I was doing everything right. Sounds perfect, Giselle. If there is no more questions, I will let you lovely ladies go. I need to get my candle to light anyway, and it seems like outside's not working so well. Yes, that's awesome, Sherry. He reminds me of a stag, too. Actually, that's the first thing I seen with him when it came to getting signs from him, was seeing him in deer form. And he would just appear and then disappear. And I just thought I was going nuts at first, because we get deer that run around here all the time, and then I realized that a deer can't just magically appear in one spot and disappear within seconds and not move. So I knew at that point in time that was my sign. You're very welcome, ladies. Well, like I said, if nothing else, sorry, I hit the table. Do you recommend a book or something for reference for him? To be honest with you, I don't have any books on him. I did a lot of my research online. I can drop some links after I drop all of the notes from today and the pictures of the bowl. Absolutely. Yeah. I can drop you the links that I've learned, some of my information about him. Maybe they'll help you as well, Giselle. You guys have a wonderful evening, and I hope this was great for everybody. I will definitely make sure I drop all of that. Be on the lookout for all of my notes for tonight. The bowl itself, the spell that you can use when invoking him, that I will be doing when I take mine upstairs, and I will drop those links for everybody. Absolutely, I'm glad you guys could enjoy my space, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Blessed be, ladies.